everyone, and welcome back to Maggie and Ferocious Mondays. Today, we will be reviewing our last segment of the fifth episode of Maggie and the Ferocious Beast, Season 1, Episode 5C 123. In this episode, Maggie brings her three baby triplet cousins, Max, Oscar, and Zach, to Nowhere Land, and Maggie, Hamilton, and the Ferocious Beast find it challenging to take care of the triplets. Now, this episode I really like it because I don't know about you guys, but to me, this episode is really relatable now that I'm older because one thing about me, I love being nurturing to little kids, and hopefully, um, I really do want to look after young kids when I get older. Like, I really want to work in a daycare. I really, really do. So their experience that they're going through, the trio, is really relatable to me because I remember looking after my cousins when they were babies. I remember like volunteering in my school at in like the pre-K part of the school, and everything I just mentioned is the same stuff that the that Maggie, Beast, and Hamilton go through in this episode. Like, babies are cute, but they're a handful. They love to get messy. And I mean, I never took care of triplets before, but I mean, it is hard to tell them apart. But my question for you guys is anybody who watches my videos, I want this quick question out of you, okay? If you are a twin, or if you are of any set of pair of siblings that were born at the same time, tell me this. How did your parents or any of you tell you apart? How? Because what they did towards the end of the episode to find out who did what twin is who was really, really clever. And this is a plot that I remember seeing in a Doc McStuffins episode where there was I forgot the name, but there was like four triplets stuffed animal baby dolls, and the characters had to find out which one was which. So yeah, Oscar is the one that Beast had, and he kept on throwing dirt at him. Max was the one who was playing patty cake with Maggie, and Zach was the one who I most definitely can relate to as a younger self because I was the baby who could not sit still. Like, I was always that baby who had to go, 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 crawl, crawl, crawl every chance I get. And because I was exploring my surroundings, I was. I was. And speaking of the babies are actually voiced by Julie Lemieux. I don't know if I said her last name wrong. I always pronounce her last name wrong. And if you don't know, she does a lot of voice acting in Canadian kid shows. But the voices I best know her for voicing is um Luis and Max and Ruby, which is ironic because we have a character right here named Max. That's that's so ironic. And in Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends as the voicing character of Bounce, who he was my spirit animal growing up. He really was. I loved him so much. So yeah, and she's the best. If I had to ask, she's one of the best voice actors for doing baby voices. Well, along with Tara Strong, along with Tara Strong, but she is one of the best at doing baby voices. I'll tell you that. Like, she managed to make them sound like actual baby coos. I don't know how she does it, but like, it's just it's it's amazing. It really is. It really is. And I just like all the characters like doing their own things with the baby, especially Beast when when Oscar was throwing dirt at him and he was like, Maggie, he's doing it again. Which was me when I was younger. You know, I never had any siblings, and I still don't. I don't have any siblings, but like when like my cousin was a baby and she kept on like getting on my nerves, like I kept on getting fed up, but the adults told me, don't get mad at her. She's just a baby. She doesn't know any better. Same thing Maggie told the Beast when Oscar was throwing dirt at him. So yeah, really relatable stuff there. And that scene I remember vividly when Zach was about to swallow a bee that was on a flower. Like, uh, that was a jump scare. Luckily, Hamilton swooped in and got him before he could eat him. And oh dear, that got my hand shaky. I don't like that. No. And quite ironic, but we'll have another episode about bees later on, like towards the end of the series. But we'll talk about that later. And I like the scenes where they all go on Beast's back and they all go for a ride, and then they see the swans. And this is giving me so much, because you know those videos online where babies they're grabbing on animals, and she's just and the swans' faces when the babies finally leave, their faces just say good riddance. And then they all go back for some jelly sandwiches, and the jelly sandwiches, they look so good. They look all jelly. They get me so hungry. They really do. And another part was just Hamilton cleaning off the babies' faces, which is just, I remember doing that a lot. I do. Cleaning off babies' faces. It's just so cute. Just cleaning off their little hands, and just because their hands are always so chubby and cute, just so easy to deal with. They're just, if you can't tell, I'm getting cutatonic on this review, and I'm trying not to. And then there comes in the plot where they can't tell the babies apart, but like I said, Oscar's the one that throws the dirt at Beast. Max is the one who plays patty cake, and Zach is the one who's the crawler and the speeder. He's the Speedy Gonzalez of the triplets. He is. and then um and then when they finally get their shirts on, it's finally time for them to go home. It's finally time for them to go home. And as soon as them babies are put in that stroller, they out like a light switch. I'll tell you that. And then we get a nice little interaction with Beast and Hamilton at the end when Maggie takes them home. Speaking of which, we will see them later on again. We will see them again. We will. We will. And I and I like how the Beast was like, "Do you think Oscar liked me?" And then Hamilton was like, "I'm sure he did. And why not? You're a very likable fellow." And then after he says that, they start getting all sleepy, and that is most definitely relatable, because anytime I finish caring for a set of babies, it be hard work. I be wanting me a power nap ASAP. And also, what else they said at the end was, Beast was like, "Do you think Maggie will bring them back?" And then Hamilton, what he said is just me. It's just me. I hope so, but not too soon, I hope. Which is so relatable. I love babies, but your girl need a break. After looking after a whole bunch of kids, I'm gonna need me a lounge chair, a mocktail, and whew, just throw me on some crime dramas, and I'll be asleep. Cause, girl, kids be a handful. They cute, but they be a handful. But nothing's gonna stop me from achieving what I want to do in future. And that is look after kids. That is something I want to do. It is. So overall, I don't know how much people think about this episode, because it is baby centric, and I don't know this for a fact, but I know I kind of hear that in some media, some people aren't really a big fan of baby centric episodes and shows that they like, but I for one like it. I do. And not only does it include one of my favorite voice actors voicing babies, but this episode is just relatable to me, because it's something relatable to me that I love doing and that I want to do as a part-time job when I get older. So, I don't know, because I don't know if this episode is relatable, that's why I'm being so nice to it, or just because I love babies in any cartoons, because they're so cute and adorable. And I always get cutatonic. So, I'm gonna have to give this episode a 10. I am, because I like it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I will defend any cartoon baby with my life. I don't care how scrawny they look. I don't care how ugly they look. I will defend any cartoon baby. I will. Because I am a girl who will always, always be up for looking after a baby. But I have a strict time zone, so when it's time for y'all baby to go, it's time for y'all baby to go. Not saying I don't love y'all baby, but I need some me time. Okay? But yeah, in all seriousness, this episode is getting a 10. So out of all these 3 segments, I like them all because they were all relatable, you know? These sets of episodes were, well, I mean, 2 of them were relatable. This little pig and this episode, but the middle episode, Hide and Go Beast, it was just fun. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to give this batch of episodes a 3-way tie because they were just, I don't know, they were just good episodes. So I can't really do a ranking of episodes in this section, but I liked it. I really did like this episode. I did. And in the other 2 episodes. So, but at the moment, if I had to pick my favorite, it might be this one. It might be this one because, like I said, I like it. I really do. So, yeah, this batch of episodes was really, really good. Now, tune in to us next time as we will be reviewing our first segment of our 6th episode, season 1, episode 6A, What's in the Bag. See you all next time. Great. Googly moogly.